はいどうも、こんばんは、そしておはようございます。並びの初波にかかります、地球上のすべての生きとし生きるものの嫌われ者、キモイマン37と申します。よろしくお願いいたします。というわけでして、今回もですね、また始まりました、不定期配信。今回お送りさせていただきますタイトルはこちら、ウィッチャー3ワイルドハントゲームオブザイヤーエディションというわけでして、今回ですね、配信通算第10回目というわけでして、今回ですね、メインクエスト、こちらですね、家庭の事情っていうやつを今回は、進めていきたいなと思います。で、ですね、余裕があれば、多分あると思うんですけど、もしあればね、どうしようかな。このね、森の貴婦人たちっていうのをね、やっていってもいいなと思うんですが、ですね、今、並行してね、ニコ生の方でもちょっと配信させていただいてるんですけど、そっちの方でね、この魔女狩りっていうやつを、ちょうどね、進めてる状態で、これがね、その魔女狩りの、ちょっと延長線上のシナリオだそうなので、これをやってもいいなと思うんですけどね。なんかね、これ終わった後ね、別のなんかね、続けてなんかシナリオが追加すればそれやるんだけど、どうですかね、とりあえず、それがこれやるかね。なんで、とりあえずこれやったら、今回これ、ビッグライダーの仮装っていうのをね、ちょっとやっていきたいなと思っております。そうですね、いずれにせよ、今回もね、一生懸命頑張って楽しくやらせていただきたいなと思いますので、奇跡的にもね、こちらの動画をご視聴くださっている方、もしよろしければ最後の最後までご視聴くださいませ。よろしくお願いいたします。難易度は一番軽い難易度、ストーリーっていうのでやらせていただいております。で、自分ですね、ゲームの腕前がね、めちゃくちゃド下手なんで、それこそね、奇跡的にもこちらの動画をご視聴くださっている方の中で、非常にね、イライラとかね、ご気分の方をね、お悪くされる方もおられるかもわからないんですが、そこら辺はね、何とぞ長い目で、ご容赦いただければ幸いかなと思います。そうですね、ドヘタプレイでもね、下手は下手なりに、一生懸命頑張ってね、楽しく、なおかつ皆様にもね、楽しいと思っていただけるようにね、可能な限り頑張ってやっていきたいなと思いますので、何卒よろしくお願いいたします。で、ですね、そうですね、あとは、ウィッチャー3の配信の時にね、毎回ノーマイクで配信させていただいておりますので、今回もノーマイクで配信させていただきたいなと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それから、あとね、終わり次第にね、ちょっとまたご挨拶の方ね、させていただきたいなと思いますので、どうぞ、そうですね、ご理解ご了承のほどよろしくお願いいたします。というわけでして、いいですね、大丈夫ですね。はい。というわけでして、また後ほど、See you time、バイバイ。
Good girl. Shame she's gone. Blame her. Lost her sister. Then her sister's man. We'll get the old bugger. Wandered our way. Sod off, freak. Stinks of God.
What do you want?
Want to talk to the Peller.
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
What do you want from him?
To give him what he deserves.
And that is?
He done conjured auguries. Said something evil had made its nest in Edric's bowels. Told Edric to eat rowan berries, lots of them.
Ever since Edric's lived in the outhouse. And he's got hardened pustules all over him.
Just so happens I need the Peller alive. So if you agree to leave him alone, for good, I'm willing to tell you how to help Edric.
Who the hell do you think you are?
A witcher.
A witcher? Hear that, boys? Either Velen's got a bumper crop of witches, or this is the bastard who cut down our boys at the crossroads. Stand still, damn it!
Gotta wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up. Hey, anybody home? Open up, it's safe now.
Devils, who do they bring? What seek ye?
I need your help.
Oh, a man, nay, a wolf, grey, though not old. 'Tis he the Peller awaits.
You were expecting me.
Aye, as the bones declared I should. They shall come whose stench is rape and death, but the wolf shall disperse them, the white wolf. And thus he comes. Omens never lie.
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper, designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with an incense of earth, smoke and juniper. For Anna, to protect her.
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the dear. Besieged she was, evil all around, wanting to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Peller could do.
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the dear. Besieged she was, evil all around, wanting to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Peller could do.
Anna and her daughter are missing. Know where they are?
Nay, nay. Peller don't know. But the spirits could know. The Peller will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits. Great. Fine with me. Long as I know where to look, where to find them.
Lost, must be found. Princess! None better than Princess for finding things.
Princess? Which princess?
Princess, my goat! She's fled.
Those men must have scared her off. Can we get back to the auguring?
Without the goat, impossible. No goat, won't work.
Will you help me if I bring the goat back?
Princess, where have you got to, girl?
Fine. I'll get your goat.
The bell. The little bell's ringing. She loves it. Ring, ring, and she will follow. But for a while. But beware of wild strawberries. Raspberries, too.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them. This way, I think. Another clue. Good. Another clue. There you are. Here, goat. Here, princess. Hoofed and horned. Should have known it would be stubborn. Come on, let's go see the Peller. Come on, damn it. Should have guessed as much. What's a witcher compared to a patch of wild strawberries? Do I really have to keep ringing the spell for you to follow? Come on, take you back to the Peller. Misses you something awful. Where the hell'd you go?
Bear! Bear! Run, you stupid piece of shit!
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow? You're no roach, but I I bet we could be friends in time. You've got that all-important quality every roach has to have. You don't talk much.
Princess, flee not from the Pella, for there are wolves about. Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
Happy for you, but I'm kinda in a hurry. Anna and Tamara, they might be in danger.
The White Wolf helped the Pella, and so the Pella shall help him. Blood. We need blood. A living being.
Fine. Be right back. Will this do?
They are not here. They is gone. Blood. I see blood.
Whose?
No Anna. No Tamara. Just the child. A child that lives not, yet did not die.
It's over? Is that it?
That is it.
Spirits had nothing more to say? Like where they went or where they are now?
You came for an augury, and augur I did. They're gone. The child remains.
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was. And she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps. Or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
Anna tell you all this? Did she come here after it happened?
Nay, not Anna. 'Twas the omens told me.
Great, so I can be sure it's true.
The omens need not your faith to be true. It is you who needs the omens to lead you to truth.
The Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you, you must have noticed something.
The Pella's old, near blind, but Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast, only comes to those who suffer.
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help, lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Botchlings suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the white wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming? That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honor not its meaning. Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
Why do you want its blood?
Blood, blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Peller.
And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefather's Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks to reconcile the dead with the living. There shall be no Forefather's Eve this year, but we'll find a way, all the same.
I hear you right. You mentioned Forefather's Eve? Pretty old custom. Thought it had died out.
Death lurks in every bog and puddle round here. Folk know they could die, their earthly matters unresolved. Then they require help, or they'll not know peace. Forefather's Eve must be performed. Light the tallow candles to lead them through the dark. Call them by name, appease their regrets. Only then may they depart in peace.
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
White wolf, wise wolf. What is it the wolf needs?
Could use a few potion ingredients. Show me what you got. Folk from the village come here often?
Oh, when help they need, the Peller they seek.
Help with what?
With the dead that come a-haunting, peace must be made. But they must then wait for Forefathers' Eve. Or when an evil spirit runs wild in a homestead. Drive the spirit off, the Peller can.
And if I needed, say, a love potion?
Then to the witch you would be sent. Not a matter for the Peller, that.
So long.
Hide! All of you!
Lightning strike.
Good. Ooh! Hey! People! Castle's on fire!
People! Slaying that horror.
Run!
One for the price of two.
It's burning! Run! Fire!
Drunk old fool tottering about to
Don't calm him down.
Oswin? Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
Our bloody barons were bloody ploughing barons.
Oswin, that brother. He's still in the stables. Him.
Looks like rain. Shit, fire's spreading. Damn it, lots of smoke. Gotta hurry.
have a hero in our midst. The horses. Why, I'm prepared to forgive you the drubbing you gave those pricks at the crossroads.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right? They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying!
We need to talk. Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna?
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
Expect me to believe you were a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Tell me everything you remember about the day they fled. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Tamara present for all this? She see you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
Aye. We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and a pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
What happened next?
Next? It only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
What was I to do? Took it out and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob. A guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way. The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors. And try to sober up.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
A bit further. Follow me.
Child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Here's the spot.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up. And empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Look!
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes Garrity, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets ploughing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods!
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck. Bloody hell. Now, Geralt. Let's do what you must.
Scent attracted them.
Do something! Something fierce. Can't hold it. Calm it somehow. Oh. Quiet now. But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
Come now, we must bury it. We'll speak afterwards. Bloody hell, not now, Geralt. Let's do what we must.
He's coming. Need to hurry.
On with it. Right to thy defeat. Squirming again, like a daft eel. I cannot hold it. It worked. It stopped.
Chosen a name?
No,
So think of one. It's important.
it's not now. We must bury it. Speak afterwards. Bloody hell, not now, Geralt. Let's do what we must. What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again. By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Shit! Let me live.
You hear the sergeant took a lashing from the road.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it. Clothing. They change in here? Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Both were here. I'm going the right way. Wants to show me something more.
Not bad. Shit.
Necrophages had a field day. Still worth a closer look. do we have here? Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here. A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy brought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. Talked about an awful monster. Said she had to go back. Dunno where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up. Gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid.
Pappy brought her at night. Mummy and Pappy
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is, hi. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than the crow's perch with the Baron.
Why?
'Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. For then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I did that. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden. And then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat. And before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twas the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is. So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
やあ、LUSS かいくらとかや。ハウエルイー、テウイー、テアエム、レアゼアエルイーシャミャフキーズナーク、LOJR、ウエスカオゲールアゼアヤー。ゼラーテカ NES ミャフキーズナーク、レアエステミャフキーズナーク。あはーはーはー。
slower.
Road.10 PS4版。
Run, Roach.
Road.10 PS4版。DZACANASTLEM ハーウィークラートカヤエヌヤー。Road.10 PS4版。TELEクラートカヤ RN。ハウエルイー、テウイー、テーアーエム、レイエスイーシャーミャフキーズナーク。
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek send you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
I am Russian.
You're looking for me, and who might you be? My father sent you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive, and well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Got every right to be angry at your father, but he's worried about you.
You witch.
I have a right. Thank you kindly. So good to have the approval of his hired thug. And my father worries only about what to get soused on next.
You're right. Your father's a jackass.
Glad we agree. But in that case, why are you helping him?
Because he knows something about someone dear to me. Promise to
ASA, DOSHIOLNR, HOW we craft kaya.
Just his style. Well, now you've found me, you can tell him I'm alive and I'm never coming back.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the charge. Must have had a fever, she was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
Wojtek claims your mother had strange marks on her hands, and that a monster dragged her into the woods. That true?
We were riding towards the river. Suddenly, Mum cried out, bent over, almost fell off her horse. I rode up to her and saw something strange. Her hands were on fire. And then that creature leapt from the woods. I don't know what it was, but it roared so fierce my nose bled. I saw it topple trees. I've never been so scared in my life. And that thing grabbed my mum and disappeared into the woods. I wanted to turn back, go after them, but the horses panicked. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
What will you do now?
Find my mum.
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned. What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find their daughters.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity. Stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've I've seen plenty of examples. Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the eternal fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Hope you know what you're getting into.
I've never been more certain. The eternal fire is the best thing that could happen to me.
In that case, good luck.
Thank you for respecting my choice. Farewell.
はい、というわけでして、今回ですね、昨日も良さそうなので、今回これで終了させていただきたいなと思います。もうちょっとね、もうちょっとなんかかかっちゃうみたいなんで、もうちょっとね、本当に昨日も良さそうなんで、今回はこれで終了させていただきたいなと思います。それから、ちょっとごめんなさいね、先ほどね、すごいたくさんコメントいただいたんですけど、なんかちょっとよくわかんなくて、なんすか、ロシアの方で、ちょっとね、ちょっとわかんなかったんで、ずっとね、ちょっと黙ってたんですけど、別にね、タイの悪気もなくてね、本当にわかんないのと、あと、これを配信するときはね、毎回ノーマイクでね、配信させていただくっていうことをね、一番最初に、ちょっとお断りの方をね、させていただいてるんで、それでね、ちょっとお返事の方がね、できなかったっていう、どっちにしろちょっとね、ロシア語っていうか、それちょっとわかんないんで、ごめんなさいね、本当にそこだけ大変申し訳ありません。ごめんなさい。で、ですね、なんだっけ、なんだっけ、なんだっけじゃねえな。ごめんなさいね。で、ですね、この続きですね、もう多分ね、もうちょっとで終わるんだろうと思うんですけど、ちょっと自分の方がね、私事で大変恐縮なんですが、ちょっと自分の方がね、ちょっと時間がもう、迫ってきてるんで、これでね、今回はこれで終了させていただきたいなと思っております。で、この続き、次回の配信なんですが、ですね、今日が水曜日ですね、もしできれば、金曜日、もしくは土曜日に、この続きをね、やらせていただきたいなと思っております。で、ですね、自分ですね、もう一個ね、主にサブクエ関係なんですけど、こういうね、サブクエ関係で、今これやってる最中なんですけども、学問の進歩のためにとか、あとトレジャーハントの方で、これ、宝探しに来る夕飯の装備とかね、こういうやつなんですけど、こういうのね、ニコ生の方でね、配信させて、並行してね、配信させていただいている状態で、そちらの方でもね、ノーマイクで配信させていただいてるんですけど、なのでね、一応、まあね、ストーリーの方はね、これでね、終わりつけないとね、ちょっともやもやしちゃうっていうのもあるんで、これ比較的早く、先ほどもちょっとお話しさせていただいたように、今週の金曜日もしくは土曜日に、また YouTube で、配信させていただきたいなと思っております。で、これですね、ニコ生の配信の方でもちょっとお話しさせていただいていることなんですけど、ウィッチャー3に関しては、こういうメインストーリーですね、こういうメインクエストに関しては、YouTube の方で、配信させていただいておりまして、それ以外のサブクエですね、サブクエ関係は、ニコ生の方で、配信させていただいております。なわけで、 基本的にね、こちらの YouTube の方もニコ生の方も不定期でね、決まった曜日で、ね、配信させていただいているわけではないので、大変ね、そこら辺だけは本当に恐縮で大変申し訳ないのですが、配信させていただく暁にはね、毎回自分がやらせていただいております、Twitter 等でね、ご報告させていただいておりますので、ですね、YouTube の動画の説明欄ですね、自分がやらせていただいております、各種 SNS の、URL をリンクっていう形でもって貼らせていただいておりますので、もしよろしければ、ぜひそちらの方もね、お気の方がお気になりましたらで構いませんので、もしよろしければぜひ、チェックの方されてみてくださいませ。よろしくお願いいたします。で、これもニコ生のね、配信の方でいつも言ってるんですけど、自分がね、こうやって楽しくプレイさせていただいているのは、ご視聴くださっている皆様のおかげです。皆様なくしてはね、やっぱ楽しくはね、できないので、本当に皆様のおかげで、毎回楽しくプレイさせていただいております。今回もそうですね、本当に皆様のおかげです。本当にありがとうございました。本当に感謝です。ありがとうございます。そうですね。はい。なわけで、そうですね。あと、ですね、奇跡的にもね、こちらの動画をご視聴くださっている方であればね、ご理解いただけるかなと思うんですが、自分この通りね、ゲームの出前、めちゃくちゃド下手なんですが、自分みたいなのでもいいなと思っていただけたらでね、構いませんので、もしよろしければ、チャンネル登録とか、あと動画の高評価等ね、ぜひご一考くださいませ。さっきみたいにね、You bitch なんて言われちゃってね、大変ちょっともう申し訳ないんですけど、本当にね、別になんか悪気とか対があるわけじゃなくね、本当にこれを配信させていただいているときは、毎回ノーマイクでね、配信させていただくっていうことを決めてるんでね、そこだけ大変恐縮なんですが、申し訳ないなと思っております。ごめんなさい、本当にね。というわけです。はい。なので、一応次回の配信は、12月の1日かもしくは2日、のだいたい夜9時くらいですね。またやらせていただく暁にはしつこいようなんですが、自分がやらせていただいておりますツイッター等でご報告の方させていただきたいなと思いますので、何卒、よろしくお願いいたします。というわけでして、今回、使用小生キモイマン37がお送りさせていただきました。ウィッチャー3ワイルドハント、ゲームオブザイヤーエディション、配信通算第10回目はこれで終了させていただきたいなと思います。ここまでご視聴いただきまして誠にありがとうございました。本当に感謝です。ありがとうございます。そして、ここまでお付き合いくださりまして、本当にお疲れ様でした。ありがとうございました。今回も皆様のおかげで楽しくプレイさせていただきました。本当にありがとうございました。では、次回ですね、またこれの続きの配信の時に皆様にお会いできることを楽しみに、今回はこれで、失礼させていただきます。本当にありがとうございました。では、失礼させていただきます。ありがとうございました。バイバイ。